Hello, and welcome to the Real Estate Podcast. This is the midweek reflection, April the 8th, 2020. Today we're going to talk about how to build confidence with God. Stay tuned. I believe confidence is misunderstood in a lot of areas. Someone may have true confidence, but people don't notice it because they're quiet or they really don't exert themselves. They're not overconfident. They just believe in what they're capable of doing, and they know how to control and manage the appearance of that. In other words, they're not trying to prove to anybody that they're confident. They're just confident. So in Hebrews 13:6, it says, "So we confidently say, the Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me?" So a truly confident person will speak up when they need to speak up. They will say what needs to be said when it needs to be said, but they are not blurting out answers or trying to gather or garner attention to themselves to prove that they are confident. They really have a quiet confidence to them, and they just try to get the job done that needs to be accomplished, as opposed to showing people what they're made of or showing people what they're capable of. The goal of being confident is you have to remember that the Lord is your helper. That's why you will not fear. What can man do to me because the Lord is my helper? Your goal is to know at all times that without God, you're nothing. You can't have this confidence on your own because you yourself have the capability of tearing it down and messing it up. But with God, all things are possible, and there's nothing that can be withheld or kept back from you if you have God working for you or with you to accomplish that goal. So He's your helper. He's what stands behind you. That's what actually makes you confident. Joshua 1:9 says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be frightened. Do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." So you're in mind of a lion standing behind you at all times. Any situation that you walk into, any boardroom or conference room that you walk into, any meeting that requires you to be bold, any situation where you have to stand up, you have to picture in your mind and believe. There's two parts to this. You have to picture it in your mind. You have to actually visualize that you have this, you have God standing behind you, and you're actually correct in your assertion of what you're about to be bold about. So if you have that, then you also have to believe that He's on your side and in your favor in what you're about to do. You really have to trust and believe that this is real, and you have to accomplish what's set before you. You've got to win. So you're going to be strong because He commanded you to be strong and courageous. He told you not to be frightened and not to be dismayed because He's with you wherever you go. That's the kind of confidence people should have. Not confidence in their own abilities and the things that they've accomplished. Lastly, Hebrews 10:35 and 36 says, "Therefore do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised." So you can't put aside or throw away your confidence, especially in the time of need. There are situations that you're going to be facing in your life that require you to stand up, even when you don't feel confident or capable, or and in some cases you may not be, but God is. And if He's for you, if He's standing with you, you always have the ability to accomplish what He set before you. He really does support what his will is. And if you're involved in accomplishing something that's involved in his will, it will be accomplished. You can take courage, you can take joy knowing that he won't leave you nor forsake you. He really wants to be your guide and your support. And you have to allow him to be that for you. You have to allow him to be the lion that stands behind you. You have to believe in him more than you believe in yourself. You have to be confident that his word is true. Everything he said to you will come to pass. You have to understand that regardless of how you feel about something, it doesn't change the fact that he's God and that he is in your corner. You really have the best option to win any battle, any war, any circumstance when you have God in your corner. Now, I'm not saying that there won't be times where you feel that you are losing or you have lost, but in truth, there are gains that you may have that you may not see the results of until later. But in the meantime, you still have to remain confident in what he said for you to do. You have a goal. You have things to win in this life. You have people you have to love and care for. Do it with confidence, knowing that your confidence is in the Lord, your helper, the one who commanded you. And don't throw away your confidence because it has a great reward. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed. Grace and peace.